Alright, Dave, so where we left off, you were just talking about how you really thought teaching could be really good and everything.
Yeah.
Were there any cons to that?
Gosh. The only con really would probably be having to deal with the kids that don't want to learn.
Okay.
And also, like, certain types of parents.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, some people have those parents that are like, my child's never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in the wrong, and no matter what you say, you're not going to change that.
So it's kind of like it's not the child's fault. It's
Yeah,
your fault.
it's you're a bad teacher.
Of course.
And I would hate for someone to go, dude, you suck at teaching. And I'd just be, it'd tear me apart.
Alright, so let me just sum that one up then. So you said some of the pros would be it being structured, so like you already know what you're doing. You'd be able to help a lot of people, a lot of kids. You'd have the summers off, so when you had children, that would be really good. And you'd be in charge of the classroom and like all the kids.
Yeah.
Alright, but then for the cons, you also said that you would have to deal with some children that are necessarily like disruptive or don't behave. And then you also said that the parents could be an issue also.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I think we're starting off good. How about graphic design? Was there any pros for that?
I think of like if I ever did get into graphic design, it would, you know, they say if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That expression, like that would be pretty true for that, because when I do stuff graphically, like graphic design, it doesn't feel like work to me. Like I thoroughly enjoy it, like editing videos and making pictures, taking pictures, and I don't know, making some dank memes.
Okay. Make sure to write that one down. Alright, by dank memes, can you elaborate on that?
Oh, dude. I don't think that's appropriate.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it there. We'll worry about that one a different...
Yeah, another session for sure.
Okay, so then, you did say you find it really enjoyable, though.
Yeah, extremely.
Okay, so those two, would you say those two are the only pros, or?
Well, like I said, you can really be as creative as you want to be, which is super nice. The only time you work is when you want to work, because like you're not going to get a job unless you bid on it, or like you go out and you reach out to people, and if they like the way you edit their videos, or you made this certain animation, then they could reach out to you. But if you don't want to do it, you just tell them no.
Okay.
So I mean, you really have about as much freedom as you could want.
Yeah. Okay. So then, what would be some negatives about that job?
Not a steady income, short
Okay.
of you getting a great job. Like you land a solid, consistent job where they need stuff edited and they need you to make things for them.
Okay.
Having to search for those jobs constantly, you're constantly in a job search to like reach out to people, which would kind of suck. Because like that's always doing like a job interview. Like every time you do a new job, you're doing like a job interview. That wouldn't be very fun. I know for some people, job interviews are like the most stressful things that they go through. Like my girlfriend, she has an interview coming up, and she literally, like when she thinks about it, she starts shaking. She has like anxiety about it. And I mean, it doesn't really bother me as much as it bothers her, but I think it would get pretty old pretty fast having to do interview after interview.
So, then, to wrap all them up, would you say that overall, like, this job can be really, like inconsistent, as in, like, hard to find a steady job?
Yeah.
And that in doing that, the pay, like, your pay wouldn't be as good?
It would fluctuate.
Yeah.
And really, what I think I want is, like, consistency.
Okay.
I want something consistent.
Alright, and, I'm gonna write consistency up here.
Okay. I might just have to keep that as a hobby. Now that we really talk it all out.
Okay.
I might just have to stay a hobby.
Okay. Which is okay. That's not.
No, yeah,
That's
that's-
absolutely fine.
That's actually good. To
yeah.
kind of narrow it down more.
Okay. So then, how about business then? What are the good things about business?
There's a good program at NIU.
Okay. So NIU.
Yeah. I know that they have a good business program.
NIU.
You have consistency in that job, which is good, like short of like getting fired or doing a poor job.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking.
What do you think would be some like cons then, or then like what are you thinking about?
I think the business world's very cutthroat.
Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't know if I would like that or not, because I mean, I don't want to throw somebody else under the bus just to get myself further.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that's not okay by me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, under your standards. Like,
Yeah.
You just feel like that's the incorrect thing to do.
Yeah, so if I play it the other way, where I just go to work, do my job, leave, not try to excel or move forward or move higher in the company, I feel like I wouldn't really be working to my full potential. So it's kind of like you're just stuck in a purgatory.
Okay.
So I don't think I'd want to do business anymore.
Alright, so, now, what you're saying is that, business is kind of just off the menu now?
Kinda. I wouldn't want to say it's completely off.
Okay. So you still think, like, you might?
Yeah, as like a fallback, like if I go through a semester.
Okay.
I'm thinking about teaching, honestly.
Okay.
After everything we've talked about, it seems like just the best option.
Alright, because I was going to bring back to the term, or the word you said, consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And out of all three of these positions, which ones do you think would have the most consistency?
It would probably be teaching.
Probably teaching. Okay. So, then, let me just wrap up our whole visit real quick.
Okay.
So, from the reason you came here was because you needed some help and you were more or less stressed out and kind of confused as to, or not confused, but uncertain as to where you want to continue.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we also came up with some ideas that you previously were thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, you were thinking about teaching graphic design and business.
Yeah.
And then we also came up with a list of pros and cons for each. And right now, you were leaning more towards teaching, I believe?
Yeah, after all we just talked about and really weighed out all of the options,
Okay.
teaching kind of seems like what I'll be going for this fall
Okay.
at NIU.
Alright, well, that sounds great. But I tell you what, next time for our next visit,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think of some other ideas
Okay.
and also keep these three ideas in mind and continue thinking of some pros and cons. And then we can bring those back and we can discuss on those the next time.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Alright, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Alright, well, hey. Thank you. And I'll walk you out.
Thanks.